We've seen in this MOOC that a lot of progress has been made in understanding many aspects of how diet and other lifestyle factors contribute to health and disease. And yet some urgent nutritional challenges that we face in the modern world have not been solved, including the epidemic of obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. Why have we not stopped to reverse the spread of these diseases? The main limitation is not a lack of information. Rather, we need new ways to think about the problem, new approaches for interpreting the huge amount of information that we already have about the causes of these diseases, and of identifying the most important unanswered questions at which to direct new research. The approach that we're using for this in the Charles Perkins Center is nutritional ecology. Nutritional ecology is the branch of biology that uses theory from the ecological and the evolutionary sciences to understand nutrition. It was developed to explore the diversity of nutritional strategies in animals, and we're now applying it to humans. Why is ecological and evolutionary theory important in human health? The reason is that chronic disease is caused by the ways that people interact with their environments. For example, which foods we choose to buy, how much of them we eat, and how our bodies respond to eating those foods. Ecology and evolution are both sciences that specialize in understanding the interactions of animals with their environments. Ecology deals with the short-term interactions, for example, within a lifetime, and how these influence animals and their environments. Evolution takes a longer view to understand how the consequences of these ecological interactions accumulate over many generations to cause evolutionary changes that make animals better adapted to some environments and poorly adapted to others. Through nutritional ecology, the powerful theory from ecology and evolution, which has developed over the past century and a half, can help us to think more clearly about the relationships between diet and health. So what has nutritional ecology told us about why problems such as obesity, diabetes, and heart disease have not been solved? It's told us many things, of which I'm going to discuss two. There's too much emphasis on linking a specific nutrient to a particular health problem. So take, for example, the argument over whether fats or carbs causes obesity. It began over half a century ago, and despite the best that science has thrown at it, the debate remains unresolved. Some people argue that fats are to blame, others that carbs are to blame, and the research has not managed to produce answers to settle the debate. Nutritional ecology research on a wide variety of animals and now on humans suggests that the problem is not with the answers, but with the question. The confusion that has resulted from trying to pin the blame for specific diseases on single nutrients is leading some scientists to conclude that nutrients are the wrong level at which to approach the problem. We should rather be directing our efforts at the roles of foods or diets in health and disease. Nutritional ecology tells us that nutrients, foods, and diets are all important. Each provides the best level for understanding particular parts of the problem. For example, there's strong associations between obesity and eating junk foods such as donuts. But foods like donuts don't themselves interact with our physiology to make us obese. Rather, it's the nutrients within donuts that are absorbed into our blood and stored as fat. Nutrients and not foods are therefore the right level at which to think about the physiological causes of obesity. But to understand how those nutrients actually get into our bodies to affect our physiology, we need to understand why we eat donuts. This can involve nutrients. We might, for example, eat donuts because we like the sweetness from their high sugar content. But it will also involve other things, including price, advertising, availability, and so forth. If donuts were more expensive or more difficult to find, we might eat less of them. Foods are therefore an important level at which to understand what fills our shopping carts and in turn enters our mouths. The issue doesn't stop at foods. Even though donuts could make us fat, they won't necessarily do so. In some circumstances, they might have no effect, for example, if eaten only occasionally as a treat, or they might even prevent diseases if fat and carbohydrate are lacking in the diet. To understand the role of particular foods in health, we therefore need to know how they combine with other foods to form the overall diet. Are they a disproportionate part of the diet? Are they an occasional treat with no health consequences? Or are they necessary to help balance an otherwise imbalanced diet? We should not therefore be debating whether nutrients, foods, or diets are the right level for understanding the links between eating and health. Rather, they should all be included in our thinking so that we can relate each to its specific roles in the problem. Drawing on ecological and evolutionary theory and on studies in a wide range of other species, nutritional ecology therefore provides a systems approach for understanding the links between human nutrition and health. This considers the ways that nutrients are packaged into mixtures, foods, meals, and diets, and how each of these levels links our biology to the broader environment to influence our health.